Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video I'm going to be building a specialist barbel rod. It's a 1.5 pound test curve. It's got a nice 1.5k weave on the blank, and I'm going to walk you through the process from start to finish, putting the handle on, putting the guides on, the epoxy resin work, the whole shebang. So join me in my workshop, let's get building. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is finding the spine of the blank, and that's quite an easy thing to do. All you have to do is put a slight bend in the rod with your hand on it firmly and just rotate, and you'll feel it just click into position. There'll be two spines, one either side. There's the first one and there's the second one, and basically just pick the one that you feel is the strongest. And to me that is, and all you've got to do is just put a little mark up on the top there, and then basically your guides will be on that side of it. So there's your mark at the top, your guides will be the side where the mark is. I've already done, that's the bottom section, the butt section. I've already done the top section of the rod already, found the spine of that, and I've actually put the tip guide on already. So yeah, there you go. There's the strong point. So that's the spine all sorted out. I know exactly where that one is. I've just got to line that tip guide up all the time with the guides. Happy days. Right, let's get on with putting the handle on, shall we? The cork. So there's a few different things that you can stick this stuff with. You've got the quick bond, which is a 2-part 10-minute resin, but I like to use the Gorilla Glue, because what happens is when you put it in, obviously it's an expanding glue, you put it on very fine and it will just expand and get into all the little crevices of the cork, so it's fully loaded, if you like, underneath against the carbon, and there's no hollows with this stuff. It's waterproof and it's very strong. You also got this, which is another adhesive, but it's pretty much the same stuff. It's Gorilla Glue basically, just with another label. So yeah. So what I like to do is get the cork out of the way first. So the handle's coming up to, put a little mark where that's coming to. Just to there. So if we take that back. Now I've given the blank a nice wipe with some alcohol. So let's get it on. Just get a load up, put some paper underneath so it doesn't go all over the place. Now you don't have to put this stuff on too thick, because it expands, I think about 3 mil or so. I might be wrong. So just put it on very fine. Put my glasses on for this. Now this stuff, this Gorilla Glue is activated with water, so what you have to do is spray the other surface, which will be the cork handle, but obviously you can't spray inside of the cork, but it still works when you just give it a light mist on the actual glue itself. Just needs a light mist into it, not too much, and then you can just work your magic on it, put it into place, and it will do its job. It will just expand out. Give it a twist as it's going on. There we go. Just get a bit of alcohol and give it a wipe on the end. Just going to bung a bit of masking tape around the edge here just to stop the glue seeping out. It just prevents it, and it holds the handle in place, stops it moving. And then just a little bit on the bottom just to stop all the glue coming out of the bottom. And let that do its thing. That should be a nice solid cork handle there. You won't be able to push it and feel any hollows once that glue starts to do its magic. Because I've noticed a lot of the rods you buy these days, and I've had them myself, you can push and you can just feel little hollows in it where the glue hasn't touched the cork. Yeah, so this way, well, I find it a lot better anyway. Right, that's the handle on. Just let that go off and then we can put the real seat on. So these are the guides I'm going to be using on them. They're the Kaigen Gunsmoke 3D ring. So this range, they're nice, flexible and lightweight and durable, and they've got really excellent design attributes. They've got the zirconia centre, like the insert, so pretty much the same as the Alkanite, but a really good guide, and good for braid if you want to use braid. So yeah, that's the guides I'm going to be using on this rather than the Fuji ones. Okay, time to get the real seat on, and a little bit of Duplon just above it. So as you've seen in previous videos, this is the Quick Bond U40. It's a 10-minute resin. It's basically half and half. That's the stuff there. Whether you can see that, whether that's focused or not. So just equal amounts. And just give that a good old mix up. And then you start slapping it on. Don't be shy with it. It'll all squeeze out at the end of the day. Make sure you get it right in up against the cork. So I put some masking tape around here, I forgot to mention that, but that's just basically to arbour it out so as there's no play when this goes on. More than enough on there, more than enough. And it's a matter of just squeeze it on. There's no way that real seat's coming off, is there? Now it's important this real seat faces the same way the spline's going. So I've got a mark at the end of the rod. I'll line that up when I'm ready to clean it up. Get all the residue off with some alcohol. And then you've got your little cone to go on, the Duplon cone there, tapered cone. I'll put a little bit of masking tape just here so as it doesn't go all over the place. And then it's just a matter of squeeze that into place. Perfect that. And I'll just wipe off the excess. A bit more alcohol on that. Right, so there we go. So that's what I like to do with when I fit the real seat. So I just put a piece of timber down the blank and put a weight on top of it. Pretty much like my cork handle clamp really, but yeah, that does the job. Keeps it in place while it goes off. Keeps it nice and tight down to the cork then. Okay, that's the cork handle all on now and set in place, and the real seat and the little Duplon cone just above it. So yeah, just let that go, do its thing, and join me in the next video. I'll be putting the guides on, or at least figuring out where they've got to go, so I'll show you how to do that on the next video. So yeah, see you later.